Welcome to CrispLib, where we bring the essence of great books right to your ears, helping you discover new perspectives and revisit timeless classics. Today, we're delving into Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, a novel that has captivated readers for over 2 centuries with its wit, romance, and keen insights into human nature. Through this summary, we'll explore the nuances of love, pride, and societal expectations that Austen so masterfully weaves together. By the end, you'll not only understand the journey of Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy, but also reflect on the powerful lessons this story offers. Let's step into the world of early 19th century England, where the story begins in the modest household of the Bennets, a family with 5 daughters and a mother whose sole mission is to see them all married, preferably to wealthy suitors. The plot kicks off with exciting news: the arrival of Mr. Charles Bingley, a wealthy and eligible bachelor who rents the grand estate of Netherfield Park. This event sets the entire local community abuzz, particularly Mrs. Bennet, who is determined to secure Mr. Bingley for her eldest daughter, Jane. Jane Bennet, with her serene beauty and gentle nature, quickly catches Mr. Bingley's eye, and their mutual affection becomes the talk of the town. However, it's Mr. Bingley's close friend, Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, who steals the spotlight, though not in a flattering way. Darcy is tall, handsome, and immensely wealthy, but his reserved and aloof demeanor leaves a sour impression on everyone, particularly Elizabeth Bennet, Jane's sharp-witted and independent younger sister. Elizabeth, or Lizzie as she's affectionately known, is not one to be easily swayed by wealth or status. She quickly forms a strong dislike for Darcy, fueled by his apparent arrogance and his dismissive attitude towards her family. But as we all know, first impressions can be deceiving. As the story unfolds, we're introduced to Mr. William Collins, a distant cousin and heir to the Bennet estate, whose pompous and sycophantic nature makes him a rather comical character. He proposes to Elizabeth, but she turns him down, despite knowing that her refusal could jeopardize her family's future. This decision highlights Elizabeth's strong will and refusal to marry without love. Meanwhile, Elizabeth's disdain for Darcy deepens when she meets the charming and seemingly wronged Mr. George Wickham, who tells her a tale of Darcy's cruelty. But all is not as it seems. As Elizabeth navigates through these social entanglements, the true nature of those around her begins to surface. The turning point in the novel comes when Darcy, in an unexpected and heartfelt manner, proposes to Elizabeth. However, his proposal is laced with a sense of superiority, which only serves to inflame Elizabeth's pride, and she vehemently rejects him, accusing him of ruining her sister Jane's happiness and wronging Mr. Wickham. Darcy's reaction is a mix of shock and pain, but it is what follows that changes everything. In a letter delivered to Elizabeth, Darcy explains his actions, revealing that his interference in Jane and Bingley's relationship was out of genuine concern that Jane did not reciprocate Bingley's feelings, and he also exposes Wickham's true, villainous nature. Elizabeth is stunned. This revelation forces her to confront her own prejudices and reevaluate her judgments. As Elizabeth's feelings towards Darcy begin to soften, Darcy too undergoes a transformation. Humbled by Elizabeth's rejection, he makes efforts to amend his faults and shows his true character by discreetly helping to resolve a scandal involving Elizabeth's youngest sister, Lydia, and Wickham. Darcy's actions speak volumes, revealing his deep love for Elizabeth and his willingness to put her happiness above his pride. The novel's climax sees Darcy and Elizabeth meeting again, both having shed their earlier misconceptions and pride. Darcy, now more humble and open-hearted, renews his proposal, this time with respect and genuine love. Elizabeth, having realized the depth of her feelings for him, accepts, leading to one of the most satisfying conclusions in literary history. But beyond the romance, Pride and Prejudice is a story about growth, understanding, and the human tendency to judge too quickly. Elizabeth's journey teaches us about the importance of self-awareness and the dangers of letting pride cloud our judgments. Darcy's transformation shows us the power of love to change us for the better. The novel also offers a critical commentary on the social structures of the time, particularly the pressures placed on women to secure their futures through marriage. Through Elizabeth's character, Austen champions the idea of marrying for love rather than convenience or social gain, a radical notion for her time. As we close this summary, let's reflect on the key insights Austen offers: the importance of humility, the value of personal growth, and the courage to stand by our convictions, even when society pressures us to conform. These lessons remain just as relevant today as they were in Austen's era, reminding us that true understanding and love come from seeing beyond our initial judgments. Importance of humility. Humility allows us to acknowledge our flaws and learn from our mistakes, paving the way for personal growth and deeper connections with others. Value of personal growth. Personal growth is essential for overcoming biases and evolving into better versions of ourselves, as seen in the transformations of both Elizabeth and Darcy. Courage to stand by convictions. Standing by our convictions, even when faced with societal pressures, leads to authenticity and true happiness, as demonstrated by Elizabeth's refusal to marry for convenience. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Pride and Prejudice. If this summary resonated with you, we'd be grateful if you could like the video and subscribe to CrispLib. Your support helps us continue to bring you more engaging and insightful book summaries. Until next time, keep exploring, listening, and finding inspiration in the world of books with CrispLib.